Hey fandom, how's it going? Okay, so Image had their annual Expo this past week, and with it they announced 19 new titles. Yes, 19 new titles. Image has been killing it this past year, and I'm going to go over some of the titles that most interest me out of that selection. So, we are going to start off with the first one, Paper Girls, written by Brian K. Vaughan and art by Cliff Chang. Right off the bat, you've got Brian K. Vaughan, who is a fantastic writer, and Cliff Chang, who just finished up his series run on Wonder Woman. If you have not read that, do yourself a favor, go pick that up. Wonder Woman by Chang, who did the art, is great. I'm looking forward to this. The premise goes that Vaughn is reuniting with his Swamp Thing collaborator for this new series, which he describes as both the weirdest and most personal of his career. The series follows four 12-year-old newspaper delivery girls after a strange night overturns their lives. There's not much else to it. There is a teaser image that I'm including in this video. I am looking forward to it just because it's Brian K. Vaughan, and I trust his level of quality will be top-notch. So, there's that. Next up is the series Phonogram, written by Karen Gillian and Jamie McKelvey. Yes, the Karen Gillian and Jamie McKelvey. These are the guys that have been working on Wicked and Divine. Unfortunately, what this does mean for Wicked and Divine is that Jamie McKelvey will have to step down from the book in order to finish Phonogram, and what will happen to Wicked and Divine is that they will have a series of fill-in artists for that arc while he works on Phonogram. This is a series that started in the early 2000s and it stretched and it's been delayed numerous times. However, Karen Gillian has said this is the final volume of the series. I am looking forward for this to finish. I have heard great things. I've never read this series though, so I don't know much about it. Although I do know it has a lot to do with music. So, looking forward to that one. CatTara is the next series that has been released. And you're probably wondering why I kind of laughed a little bit, because it is being written by Chip Zdarsky. Yes, the Chip Zdarsky from the series that we all know, Sex Criminals. It is going to be awesome. He describes it as science fiction comedy series, and it is the Island of Dr. Monroe meets Saga. Look, I love Chip Zdarsky. This is going to be awesome. I cannot wait for this, to be honest with you. He's doing writing duties, and Keegan McLeod is doing art duties. So I'm going to be sure to pick that one up on the first day. I Hate Fairyland is a new series that was announced this past week, written by Scotty Young and Gianfrancos Bellou. Young has been working on this project for many years, which draws inspiration from sources like Dr. Seuss and Looney Tunes. It focuses on Alice in Wonderland-esque girl who has been trapped in Fairyland for 30 years and hasn't aged. And basically how the premise goes is that she is tired of it, so she is attacking all these fairy tale creatures. I like the general premise of it. I want to see where this goes. The preview art is kind of hilarious, so... And I like Scotty Young's stuff. I really am enjoying his series on Rocket Raccoon. I hope it means that Rocket Raccoon isn't going to get delayed, but we'll have to wait and see about that. So, definitely going to check that one out. Brian Wood is next up on it. Yes, the writer Brian Wood, who has been known for series such as Northlanders. He unfortunately was not at the con this year. I guess he was a little bit bitter because of the fact that he got kicked off of Spawn. Yeah, he just got kicked off of Spawn before the series even started again. So this new series is called Black Road. Black Road is a thematic follow-up to Wood's Vertigo comic Northlanders. I almost said Northlanders. Northlanders. It's set in Viking-era Norway and is intended to be mostly historically accurate, aside from a couple of intentional deviations. Not much else to this, however. If you have read Northlanders, this is Wood's specialty. He does a lot of great stuff with these kind of medieval knights and things like that, so it should be pretty cool. I am looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to him coming back to that Viking-esque era. Despite some of the things that have happened to Wood's personal life, I'm trying to look past that. I'm not going to get into it here, though. So, undoubtedly, though, one of the biggest news that came out of the con this past year is the graphic novel After Death. You're probably wondering what's the big deal about After Death. Well, it is written by Scott Snyder with art by Jeff Lemire. These are two guys that are at the top of their game right now. I cannot wait for this. It's going to be awesome. The premise of this is that this is a world where death has been eliminated, effectively giving the book's protagonist multiple lives. Fun fact, this will also be the first time Lemire is drawing a book he did not write. Look, I was not a big fan of Trillium by Lemire, but he did writing duties on that. However, I do love his series, Sweet Tooth. Scott Snyder, Jeff Lemire on a single book. Even though if it's a graphic novel, I'm going to be picking this up. I would have loved to have actually seen this as an ongoing, to be honest with you. And the premise sounds really interesting, so I am hyped for that one. Definitely going to check that one out. Next up is Darwin Cook. The guy is a machine. I love Darwin Cook stuff. He is fantastic stuff. Cook is making his Image Comics debut with this 3-issue miniseries called Revengeance. He is writing and doing art duties. He cited several inspirations, most notably Mickey Spillani's Mike Hammer stories. I've never read any of that, but look, it's Darwin Cook. The guy's a machine. He's a monster. He's been doing this stuff for years. He's worked on Batman the Animated Series, New Frontier, Watchmen, the prequels that came out. Cook is awesome. I cannot wait for this series. There's a preview image of it, and I am dying to get my hands on this, even though, unfortunately, it is only 3 parts. Man, I would love to see this go on as an ongoing because I just cannot get enough of this guy's work. I am so looking forward to this. Next, we have Plutonia, written by Jeff Lemire. The miniseries draws inspiration from Stand By Me as it revolves around a group of children who encounter the dead body of their favorite superhero in the woods. Lemire noted that the book will allow him to focus on the theme of loss of innocence and tackle the superhero stories from different angles. I am looking forward to this one. This seems pretty interesting. I like the concept of, what happens if you were to find this, superhero that you adore, you love, and you find him one morning and he's not there anymore and you find the body. It's pretty creepy, actually. I'm definitely going to be picking that one up. It looks interesting. So those are the books that have me interested the most that came out of this year's Image Expo. Undoubtedly, Image is killing it. They're picking up artists and writers left and right. These are the guys that are just stepping out and taking risk, unlike the big two. I love the big two, don't get me wrong, but Image is just killing it this year. I'm going to be having to actually drop a lot of books, most of them from the big two, Marvel and DC, in order to make room for some of this stuff. I'm looking forward to this. I cannot wait. Let me know what you think about these titles that have just been released, the ones that I covered, the ones that I didn't cover. I'm going to provide a link to a place where you can look at that in the description below. You can see all the ones that were announced. I am really excited for this. So comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Bye. Also, this was kind of an experiment, my first time doing this, so if you did enjoy this type of style, let me know in the comment section below and I could do more videos like this. Bye.